You know, we're completely surrounded by them, from the coffee you grabbed this morning to the phone you might be watching this on right now. But what is a business, really? Is it just about making a quick buck? Well, as we're going to see, their role in our world is getting bigger and more complex in ways that might actually surprise you. So today, let's explore the true and, the evolving purpose of business.
Okay, let's start with a little thought experiment. Just take a good look at this busy street scene. Now, try to imagine it all just gone. No shops, no cafes, no delivery trucks, no offices, all of it vanished. Suddenly, we'd all have to be completely self-sufficient, right? Growing our own food, making our own clothes. It's a pretty wild thought. That world without business is where they come in. They're the organizations that fill all those gaps, providing pretty much everything we need and want.
So, if businesses are really that fundamental to our way of life, we've got to be crystal clear on what they actually are. To get a handle on their real impact, we have to go right back to the basics. What, at its very core, is a business?
At the most basic level, you can think of it like this. A business takes in things like money, ideas, and raw effort, and turns them into something else, something that creates value for us. That whole transformation process, that's the absolute engine of our economy. Our wealth, our quality of life, it's all directly tied to how well those engines are running.
Okay, so here's the official definition, but let's pull it apart. It's an organized effort, and that's key. It's not just random chaos, there's a system, a plan. And what's the goal? To produce and sell products that satisfy our needs and wants. That right there is the crucial link. A business only survives if it can figure out what we, the consumers, actually want, and then deliver it, all while trying to make a profit.
And the scale of this whole thing? It's just staggering. I mean, in Australia alone, you're looking at over 2.3 million of these organized efforts running at any given time. That's millions of businesses, all working to serve customers both here and around the world. It is a massive, incredibly complex, and powerful network.
But satisfying our wants, that's really just the beginning. Because in the process of doing that, all that business activity creates these powerful ripples that end up shaping the entire economy. So let's look at how businesses act as this powerful economic engine, creating wealth and jobs for all of us. So we know they're trying to make a profit. But is that it? Is that the whole story? Is that the only reason they matter? Not even close.
Look, profit is absolutely essential. You can think of it as the fuel for that engine we were talking about. It's the reward for taking a risk, right? Without the chance of making a profit, very few people would bother to go through all the trouble of starting a business in the first place. But here's the thing, profit isn't the destination. It's what allows the business to do all of its other, much wider jobs.
And this is where it all clicks together. It's a cycle. See, in the process of chasing that profit, businesses have to do all these other vital things. They have to employ people. Those people then earn incomes, and that income gets spent. And all of that activity together drives our national wealth. It's all connected.
Now, this is really interesting. When you look at where those jobs actually come from, you might be surprised. We tend to think of these massive, giant corporations, but it's actually the small and medium-sized businesses, the local shop, the family-run construction company, that create 2/3 of all private sector jobs in Australia. They are truly the backbone of the employment market.
And here's where all that national wealth becomes real for every single one of us. Every time a business makes a sale, a little piece of that can go back to the government in taxes. In just 1 year, that kind of activity generated $141 billion in GST revenue alone. And that's the money that directly funds our hospitals, our schools, and our roads. But the role of business isn't just to keep things running as they are. They are also our main engine of progress. Let's dig into how their constant drive to get an edge is actually what pushes all of society forward.
Just think about it for a second. The competition between businesses is what gives us, the consumers, more choice. It forces them to get creative and innovate, to come up with better stuff. And it creates the space for entrepreneurs to take big risks on wild new ideas that might just change the world.
And innovation isn't always some big eureka moment. A lot of the time, it's a tiny improvement to a product or just a smarter, faster way to deliver a service. Every single day, through research and development, businesses are pushing the boundaries in both big and small ways. And when you add it all up, the result is a higher standard of living for all of us.
This quote just nails it. The entire system is powered by individuals. We call them entrepreneurs, who have a vision and, just as importantly, the guts to take a chance on an idea. They really are the spark that ignites that whole economic engine.
But hold on, the story doesn't end there. Because in the 21st century, what we expect from businesses has fundamentally changed. We're now asking them, demanding really, that they look beyond just the bottom line and play a much bigger social role. This right here represents a massive shift in thinking. The old model was pretty simple. A business existed to make as much money as possible for its owners. Full stop. But the modern view, it's way more complex and a lot more demanding. Now, a business is expected to create value for everyone it touches.
And this brings us to this key idea of a stakeholder. See, it's not just about the shareholders, the owners anymore. It includes employees, customers, suppliers, and even the wider community and the environment. A modern business has a responsibility to all of them.
And to measure this new, broader role, we have a new way of thinking, the triple bottom line. This basically means a company's success isn't just measured by its bank account anymore. It's judged on 3 different pillars: its social impact, its environmental footprint, and of course, its economic performance. You might have heard it called people, planet, and profit.
And all of this contributes to our overall quality of life. Sure, businesses provide us with material things, but they also offer non-material benefits. A good job gives you more than just an income, right? It can provide self-esteem, a sense of purpose, and a responsible company contributes to a healthier, better community for everyone.
Okay, so after all of that, why does understanding the role of business really matter to you personally? Let's bring it all back home.
Think about it. Throughout your life, you're going to wear many of these hats, maybe even all of them. And understanding how the business world really works empowers you in every single one of those roles. It makes you a smarter consumer, a more valuable employee, a wiser investor, and, if you ever decide to take that leap, a much more prepared business owner.
When you get right down to it, there's just no escaping it. The products we buy, the jobs we do, the shows we watch, the influence of business is woven into the very fabric of our daily lives.
So I'll just leave you with this to think about. As our world keeps changing, what's the number one, most important role you expect from the businesses you choose to support? Is it just about getting the best product at the cheapest price? Or do you expect more now? A positive impact on jobs, on your community, and on the planet. Because at the end of the day, it's our expectations that will define the future of business.